Dear students, now let's talk about capacitive reactance. In our previous lecture, we talked about inductive reactance. Now it's time for us to get into the capacitive reactance part. The circuit that I have drawn is for capacitive reactance, and as you can see, there is a capacitor connected to this circuit. A current I is flowing through this circuit, and the capacitance is denoted with XC. XC is 1 over omega C, right? And the voltage that is getting generated across it is V equals Vm sine of omega t. So this is how a simple circuit looks like. Okay, so another thing we learned from our previous lectures is that in a capacitive circuit the current leads the voltage by 90 degrees, right? Or in other words, we can say the voltage lags the current, right? So you can either say current leads the voltage or voltage lags the current, whatever you want to remember, that is also fine. So let me write this down. In a capacitive circuit, let me write this down. This is an important point. I should write in a capacitive circuit, current leads voltage by 90 degrees, isn't it? Current leads voltage by 90 degrees. This is what you need to remember. The equation for the voltage that is getting generated across this one is denoted by this one. Instead of, let me write this down once again, and we will talk about something else later on. V equals Vm sine omega t. This is what we can write, and instead of writing this, we can also write V of 0. From Ohm's law, we know that current is denoted with I, and I can be found as V over R, right? Not R. In capacitive circuit, it shouldn't be R, it should be XC, right? Okay then. So this V should be having some phase angles. In this case, it holds a value of 0. What about XC? What about this one? Let's say X of the phase angle is X of theta of C, right? And as I have told you before, that current leads the voltage by 90 degrees. Let me write this. No, I shouldn't be writing that once again, because I have written down the thing once here. Current leads the voltage by 90 degrees, isn't it? So in other words, we can also write I leads voltage by 90 degrees. So I must be having as I is leading by 90 degrees. So I must have an angle of plus 90 degrees associated with this one. Can we say this? Is it fair enough to write this one? Yes, of course, because I is leading the voltage by 90 degrees. So it must be having an angle 90 degrees. So this is a thumb rule. It is leading with an angle of 90 degrees. So to have an angle of 90 degrees, this is already 0. In the denominator side, we have theta of C. So as we all know that the final angle, these two, this 2 remains as it is. So V over XC, right? So this will give us a numerical value. Let's say we have 10, and here X of C is equal to 5. So this value will be giving us a numerical value of 2. But what about the phase angles? This is the important part. So here we will be having 0 minus theta of C, right? This is the final value of I after simplification. But we are saying that I is leading the voltage by 90 degrees. That actually means I should be holding a phase angle of plus 90 degrees. To have a phase angle of plus 90 degrees, we need to have a theta C of value is equal to minus 90 degrees, isn't it? So if we replace this theta c value over here, we will be getting I is equal to, v remains as it is, v by x of c is equal to 0 minus of minus 90 degrees. So that actually v over x of c, so that gives us a value of how much? 90 degrees, isn't it? So it actually serving our purpose. In this manner, we are seeing that the I is having a value of plus 90 degrees. And in terms of the time domain, right? If we want to write this down, this is also fine, but this is not that important for solving our numerical problems, but still it might be needed somewhere else. So let me write this down as well. I equals square root of 2 v over x c sine of omega t plus 90 degree. This is the notation in time domain. So the fact that theta of c is equal to minus 90 degree will now be employed in the following polar format for capacitive reactance to ensure the proper phase relationship between voltage and current of a capacitor, right? So the final relationship goes like this: z of c is what? It is called the reactance. What? Capacitive reactance should be equal to x of c having an angle of minus 90 degrees. Okay, this is the most important thing that you need to remember. There are two important things that you need to remember in this full lecture. The first one is this one, that the z of c holds a value of xc minus 90 degrees where in capacitive circuit. And this one is also handy. Current is leading the voltage by 90 degrees in a capacitive circuit. So these are the two important points you need to remember from a capacitive circuit. In later lectures, we will see where the inductors and capacitors as well as the resistors will be connected together. They will be combined to make an RLC circuit, and these formulations, these equations will come in handy while solving numerical problems. For the time being, I will ask you to memorize these two. That in a capacitive circuit, current leads the voltage by 90 degrees, and z of c should be always equal to x of c with an angle of minus 90 degrees. This will be very handy for solving our numerical problems. Okay, then let's discuss about some other problems in our next lecture. Feel free to ask me any questions. See you in the next video.